Ashfall is an upcoming shooter MMORPG by legendary Star Studio, featuring an original score by Academy Award-winning kingpin Hans Zimmer. Its premise, in a similar vein to the likes of Fallout, is centered around the aftermath of a worldwide calamity, a disastrous event that managed to push the human race to the brink of extinction. Temporarily left to their own devices in a series of vaults dotted around the globe, the few survivors are forced to make a grand return to the surface in a bid to rebuild what was once stolen by an artificial intelligence. The setting of Ashfall focuses on rebuilding, Ashfall designer Jesse told IGN. It takes place in a future world where artificial intelligence launches an uprising and wages a war against humans. After the nuclear apocalypse, there is nothing other than ruins left in the world, and you have to leave your vault to search for the legendary key known as the core of creation to save everything. Going by the initial data drop that was revealed a fair ways back, Ashfall will divvy up its time between being a single-player game, one that features open-world exploration and lore building, and PvP and PvE, which will allow players to interact with other survivors and build international alliances. What's more, as it's an MMORPG at heart, it'll accommodate a series of annual updates, expansions, and seasonal events. Ashfall will transport you to a dystopian future ravaged by endless nuclear war and turmoil brought upon by AI. As one of its survivors, you will be tasked with emerging from an underground vault and searching for an artifact that supposedly holds the key to the species' salvation. To get there, you will need to learn how to rebuild, and not to mention develop alliances to help drive back the foes that wander the barren wastelands of a fractured society. In the words of its famed creator, in the future, AI rises up and launches a nuclear war against humanity. After that, nothing other than ruins are left in the world. You must leave the vault to find the core of creation. From the looks of the footage, Ashfall will feature an enormous amount of combat, all of which will be experienced from a third-person perspective. What's more, as its emphasis is on the MMO side of things, it'll also open the floodgates for a huge open world, an Eastern-inspired wasteland that will host countless creatures, settlements, and pockets of lore to unearth. Fight giants, chase down traitors in wreckage strewn in the sand, and wreak havoc in a city. Make deals with robots, eradicate mutated crayfish in a floating city, and repel the rebel siege. Tame your personal mounts and traverse the world with them. Discover and delve into various extreme environmental disasters. Construct your own base and furnish it with antique furniture you find along the way to find inner peace. Like a lot of MMORPGs, Ashfall will also feature an extensive character creator for you to toy around with. Legendary Star Studio first announced its plans to bring Ashfall to Android, iOS, and PC in 2022. It was later revealed that an open beta would be available in July 2023. As for when the full product will be released is still anybody's guess. Legendary Star Studio has stapled a Q3 2024 release window to the IP, so expect to see it grace the shelves sometime between July and September of next year. If we're going out on a whim, then we'll put our money on it being on Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and PC. In addition to this, the game will also be heading over to the mobile market, with Legendary Star Studio already stating that it'll be on Android and iOS. As far as launch editions go, Legendary Star Studio has yet to formally announce anything other than the standard copy for consoles and PC. If anything of the sort does come about, then it'll be revealed much closer to the time of launch.